Hello everyone, Tommy J here and welcome to Heroic Blackrock Mountain. So in this video, we're taking on Heroic Nefarian second, I guess? Nefarian. And we're doing so with this priest deck right here. Now this priest deck is unfortunately one card off being free to play. That card is a double inner fire. So excluding this double inner fire, this deck is made up 100% of basic cards as well as Blackrock Mountain cards. And if you want to filter for either of those, just click down here on all sets and click either basic or Blackrock Mountain. Anyway, this fight is, it's interesting to say the least. It's a 3-phase fight. And if you go about it in a certain way, you can actually skip the second and third phase. It does, however, require you to deal at least 31 damage to the hero. Now, in order to do this, we obviously need that inner fire, and we're going to be comboing it with this new card here, the Dragonkin Sorcerer. This card is actually awesome, because that +1/+1 it gains whenever you buff it, actually happens before the buff's applied. So if you were to Divine Spirit this thing, it would actually become a 4/12. Because it becomes a 4/6, then its health gets doubled. And if you were to then inner fire it, it would become a 13/13. So yeah, cool stuff. Anyway, aside from that, it's just a whole heap of stuff we can use to delay him, some good value minions. Now, there is an acidic Swamp Ooze in this deck, or two of them actually. And the reason they're in here is because there is another way you can do this fight, and that is to do it correctly. However, you will require Kel'Thuzad. Essentially, without Kel'Thuzad, you're going to have a really tough time unless you play something like a handlock that benefits you being on low health. Anyway, why you'd want Kel'Thuzad is that Onyxia, when she dies, Nefarian actually kills your side of the board. But it happens on your turn when Onyxia dies. So all you do is kill Onyxia, he wipes your board, you drop Kel'Thuzad, and it reses your entire board, which is absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, since Kel'Thuzad does require every wing of Nax completed, yeah, I've opted to not go that route because obviously 2 common cards is much easier to get than all of Nax. Anyway, let's give this a go. Little bit of FPS like that. Always good. Good start. Okay, so pretty much you want to get as many early plays as you can. And the reason for that, I love that, Nefarian again. You also want to hold Holy Novas, but the reason for wanting as many early plays as you can get is that his ability, Bone Constructs, summons 2 4/2s. Now, if you have something on the board that he can play a card at, he will always do it. Hell, he's even once soul-fired my face on turn 2 over using Bone Minions. So if he has the option to play a card, he will take it instead of using his hero power. Which in my opinion is brilliant design. It may not be the best thing for him and could be considered dumb AI, but without it, you're really going to struggle in this fight. Like, really going to struggle. He'll also, like, coin out a Blackwing Technician if he can. Unfortunately, he did use this, which is going to be a fairly big problem for us, but let's see what we can do. Blackwing Technician's actually very good on this fight. Like, you'll notice I had a bit of a dragon deck going, and that's because there's some really good synergy. And most of these dragon cards are very good for their cost, provided you actually get a dragon in your hand. So this turn I don't really have anything. Let's use that. Twilight Whelp, I mean, we may as well play it, and then we may as well heal this up, because if it doesn't die this turn, next turn we can heal it and kill the other construct. Soulfire, probably on this. Yep. Okay, fair enough. Blackwing Technician. And he has another dragon in his hand. This is actually not looking too good already. So, let's kill off that Bone Construct. And we may as well hit him in the face. Now, you do need to get his armor down as low as you can. That is something you'll have to do in this fight. But in doing so, don't put it below 5 if you haven't used either of your Holy Novas, because you don't want a Holy Nova to accidentally break it. I'm probably dead. Yeah, I can kill one of these off. That many on the board. Nothing has anything that gets buffed if I if I hit it. So let's Holy Nova now. And then we may as well drop another Twilight Whelp. Unfortunately, we haven't got any of those sorcerers that we want. Yeah, there we go, we're dead. But as you can see, he's out of cards. He doesn't really have card draw, and it's going to come down to him top decking and using his hero power. So you do have a few turns to prepare, provided you can deal with his hero power. Which, honestly, is much worse than it sounds, because in this deck in particular, you have a lot of things that deal 3 damage, Holy Novas as well, and you also have a lot of things that have more than 4 health, and then they can kill something, you can heal them up, you can use other things to kill it, and really you're only using 2 things a turn to lock down what he has. So if you can build up that board, you're in a pretty good spot. Anyway, let's sub out the Shadow of Death and the Blackwing Corruptor. The Shadow of Death is literally only in here to deal with the Crushers, because they're ridiculous. Anyway, I mentioned the acidic Swamp Ooze earlier. Just to expand on that, the reason it's in here is because when a Nixie is summoned, she actually plays a weapon. And it automatically plays, so you can actually use it on your turn to finish her off. Sorry, to destroy her weapon as soon as she gets it. Which is pretty good, because it's a 2/6 weapon and it will get annoying, essentially. Well, I have a dragon, so let's get that Technician down. Unfortunately, losing the Swamp Ooze to a 1-drop isn't the best, but you really need to survive while you can build your board in this one. So this turn I have the Dragonkin Sorcerer. So let's drop the Sorcerer and hit that. This dying isn't the biggest deal. The Dragonkin Sorcerer, however, big deal. Very big deal. Yep, thought that was going to happen. So, let's buff it. Let's get a Power Word Shield going. And it's going to make it a 4/8. Blackwing Corruptor. I'll have that next turn. So let's drop this, and we may as well take out one of these weaker ones. Bone Construct, I'll leave for now. He could kill this off. I hope he doesn't. But, yeah. What we really need, though, is a Holy Nova. We do have Blackwing Corruptor if we want it. But, yeah. What we really need is Holy Nova. Not what we need. So what can we do here? That can kill one of these. That can kill that. And he has potential 8 damage, which is a little much. But let's keep going regardless. I want to keep this as high as I can. So I'm going to take that out, take the 2 extra damage to the face. Coroned Crusher, yep. And what are you coining? Power Overwhelming. Interesting, so that's going to die. Despite the fact I'm on 2 health, that's just died off. And all I need to do is deal with this. Resurrect. Not going to help me. So much damage do I need? 9. Well, it's either run those 3 in, or run that and that in. I need this. So... I'm an idiot. I literally just said what I needed to do, and then didn't do it. Okay. And then I used Resurrect before resurrecting my big minion. Massive misplays. Look, it's early. It's early. And I'm dead to Dragon's Breath anyway. So I guess, despite my own misplays, I would have died. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Anyway, I guess you can kind of see the direction this needs to go now. If he doesn't Bone Construct early, you're in a pretty good spot, and I've seen him not do it before turn 5 before. Alrighty. Yes, again indeed. Inner Fire, Divine Spirit, Swamp Ooze. I say we hold it. These are cards we do need in the mid-game, if we want to beat him.
My ultimate creation awaits, mortal.
Okay. So let's Ooze. We have the Holy Nova we need, which is great. Coining a Blackwing Technician, it looks like. Yep. We may as well Twilight Whelp, because why not? Soulfire on the Whelp. Killing that off, summoning constructs. Well, I'm one turn off being able to Holy Nova, so I say Hungry Dragon. Ooh. No, Hungry Dragon. It's good for board control.
The light protects me.
That's a bit annoying. Anyway, he's got 7, which means that's not going to spawn its 2-1. So let's hit this. And Holy Nova. So, next turn we have a Dragonkin plus Power Word Shield. Hail Swipe. Okay, that's fine, because he only has 1 mana left. And I think what I'm actually going to do is heal this up. Because it means it's going to be able to survive and take something out. Draconid Crusher. Now that's a problem. Power Word Shield first. Let's see if we draw anything we can use to deal with this. Mind Control. Not quite. Well, I say let's play this. Heal that, and go for his face. So, as I said, it's very important not to get his armor down to nothing. Because you will need to, buff him. On that, that's fine by me. Holy Nova would be nice. Divine Spirit. Actually, is this going to be enough? So what damage am I going to get? He's going to become a 9, then he's going to become a 36, and I think I've killed him. So he's going to become a 5-9, which Divine Spirit's going to turn into a 5-18. Then he's going to become a 6-19, which this is going to turn into a 38, and then I have him dead. So let's Divine Spirit. And Divine Spirit. And this big fella is going to end up with 39 attack. Now we just need to make sure that we don't break his armor until we're ready to kill him, but then we kill him outright. Well, let's just do that. And there we go. There's Nefarian. And unfortunately, this is really the only way you're going to be able to do this with a basic deck. You can't do a Nixier's Part without Kel'Thuzad. However, if you have Kel'Thuzad and you hold him until the end of a Nixier's phase, there's no reason you can't do this normally. There really isn't. Kel'Thuzad does make this fight much more trivial. It's just about having at least 2 minions out so you can deal with those constructs every turn, and until you do get whatever you need to deal with the constructs, having that AoE board clear to get them off the board while you build up. So yeah, it's a cool fight. It does require a tiny bit of RNG in that he actually draws cards that he can use, so he's not spamming bone minions. But yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Nothing compared to this guy here. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to favorite, like, and/or subscribe. If there's any cards that I think you should add, I'll chuck them down in the description because they'll probably make the fight much easier, not that it was super difficult to begin with, so, yeah. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been Tommy J with Heroic Nefarian using this priest deck. Have a good one.